Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you all come closer? I know some of them are having their coffee. Is it good to have in the morning? We thought we'll just change it a bit so that you can work on the project for the entire day. Good or no? 10 is better? You know what? I think Dubai real estate market is spoiled. They don't wake up till 11 o'clock. So we thought, okay, we'll try 11. But I think this is good because, all of us are fresh. And then we can just go back to our daily lives and work on the project. So we thought we'll do a morning session. But how are you guys? So it rained a couple of days back. So official end of summers. So you want to know the facts of summers, what happened in quarter 3? Quarter 3, Dubai real estate sold 76 billion primary sales. 76 billion. Highest ever in the history of Dubai. We've never seen such kind of sales. If you remember, we were talking about how summer this time is going to be one of the best summers. Secondary market did 38 billion in line with quarter 2. And this is when in summers, most of the residents travel. So when people talk about secondary market, we have to be also wary about the fact that in summers, a lot of families travel. And secondary market has a lot to do with how many residents are there in Dubai. Even with that thing happening, secondary market has done the same as quarter 2. So I think, as I said, this market is truly amazing. Whatever is happening across the world in different geographies is only going to positively affect because of the warmth of Dubai. Dubai is so welcoming. All of us here, we are so many expats. All of us have come here, made our careers here, and we're so happy making money here. And I think this place has truly been one of, it's really the God's heaven given to us, and we need to protect it. I think that's what we are doing. We're also very careful in what we tell the customers. And I hope all of you are also having a great time in this city. I think talking about this year, 75 billion dirhams in one quarter, and Dubai real estate is looking at primary. Let's talk about primary sales. We're looking to end over at 260 billion dirhams this year. So just to give you an understanding, last year Dubai market did 190 billion dirhams. So this year we are looking at a 35% increase from last year. 35% increase in 2024 than last year. This given the fact that one of the top nationalities which invested last year, the Russians, kind of pulled their money out. And I don't know how many of you remember, a lot of people were talking about what is going to happen if the Russians stop buying, right? Everybody had that doubt. They did stop buying. They were 12% of Emaar last year. This year, guess a number? How many? Any guesses? 2%. So the Russian purchases come down from 12 to 2%. It's fine. They have a lot of opportunities back home. Yes, they did come for a time, but what is important in this fact is just see how healthy this market is. The market grew 40% even after one of the top nationalities pulling down by 10%. So today the market is back to traditional markets, Indians, Pakistanis, UK, Chinese, Iranis. So these are traditional markets who've been investing in Dubai. And Dubai Hills Estate truly reflects. We will talk about nationalities when we go into deeper. This session, I wanted to make it more informative. Yes, we've talked about, and I'm sure every single one of you standing in this forum today, you know about Dubai Hills Estate. You know about what we have, infrastructure. It's an amazing city to be called. But today we'll talk about what's happening in terms of nationalities, what's happening in terms of growth, what is the opportunity. We'll dig deeper into some numbers. So that's why I wanted to really start this presentation by telling you where Dubai real estate is going. And it is truly important because quarter 4 is going to be the highest ever, in my opinion, in the history of Dubai, because you will see the weather is, the weather is amazing right now. And in the next couple of months, it's only going to get better. So how many of you were in Dubai 7 years back? Very few people. For the others, it's very important for you to understand how Dubai Hills Estate was exactly 7 years back. This was Dubai Hills Estate 7 years back. What you see around, we always underestimate the importance and what Emaar has done, but this kind of development in 7 years is not possible. Just capture these pictures and see what we have done in 7 years' time. It's very important also to not take things for granted. Today, every launch we have over 80% first-time buyers. 80% people who are buying with Emaar in every launch are first-time buyers. So a lot of times what happens is we take it for granted that the customer knows about Dubai, the customer knows about Dubai Hills Estate. They can see what's around. But if you talk about Dubai Hills Estate, there are these 6 factors. In my opinion, this is what is the construct of Dubai Hills Estate. Your residential living, what you have, your hospitals, the schools, the commercial which is opened up, the 6 buildings. And trust me, if you look at the rates of the commercial towers, the rentals are going over 250 dirham per square foot. And these are numbers matching downtown numbers literally. The retail which opened up, I think Dubai Hills Mall is such a great addition to Dubai Hills. I mean, when I walk in that mall, how many of you have been to that mall? Do you see any kiosk on the alleys of that mall? You will not. This is the only mall in Dubai where when you walk in the alleys, in the corridors, you will not find any kiosk. You know, it is for a reason why we didn't do that, because we saw a lot of malls, people are really restricted while walking inside the malls because of the kiosk. And by the way, these kiosks are very expensive. If you want to make money, you can make a lot of money out of this kiosk. But just to give that experience for the customers to have a great time with their family. And today, trust me, everybody from Dubai Creek Harbour, Dubai downtown also, apart from Dubai Mall, they come to Dubai Hills Mall because of the connectivity and the lifestyle in Dubai Hills Mall. So all these additions, you know, we talk about, and people ask, how did the rentals in Dubai Hills grow by 40% in 3 years? You got the golf course, then you get the park, then you get the commercial towers, you get the mall, you have the schools and hospitals, and this is how the price increases, and this is how your investors' money increases in Dubai Hills Estate. I think we're going to talk about what happened in DHA this year, which is phenomenal. If you look at the numbers, you'll be surprised. I mean, if you look at also the ingredient of success, we thought, okay, you have buildings. What should differentiate one building to other? Design, yes. And layouts, will be very honest. Emaar, we don't really change our layouts because we believe in standard layouts, because we are developing towers every month. That helps us increase the pace of construction. But if you look at what has considerably changed this year is the brands. Agree? Today, this year in Dubai's estate, we introduced the Palace, the Address, and the VIDA, which really added value to the development. And also, if you look at the pace of sale of the brands, every investor would like to invest in a branded residential tower. We'll talk about that, especially in Dubai, because Dubai has the highest percentage of high net worth individuals as compared to any other city, and they really want some exclusivity, some eliteness as compared to other towers. And hence what we did is basically we had a landmark launches of branded residential towers in Dubai Hills Estate. I want to show you a video of what happened in the last 2 VIDA launches in Dubai Hills Estate. Now, what happens in a branded residence? Well, how is it different to other residential towers? How many of you have visited actual Emaar hotels? Address, VIDA, you visited all these hotels, right? Do you sense any difference when you walk into hotels? Like the lobbies or your drop-off zones or your amenities, your pools, your gyms? Do customers want this kind of luxury? Yes, right? They want that luxury, but they don't want to pay for that luxury as much. Because in the service fees, if you look at possibly an Address hotel, you're paying over 50 dirhams per square foot. In a residential tower, you're paying 22 dirhams per square foot. Now, this is a big cost to be saved. And that is the inception of branded residences, because you get the luxury you want, but you actually pay for the residential living what you're living. And that is where branded residences gives a very different kind of uplift, even for appreciation, for rentals. And hence, all the 4 projects you see on the screen today are all sold out in Dubai Hills Estate, just because we wanted to make it exclusive, and customers know that when we make these brands, we give the best of the best. Now, we want to take the VIDA narrative to the next level. If you look at VIDA, what is VIDA? I mean, VIDA in Spanish means life. I don't know how many of you have actually visited VIDA hotels. It's colorful, it's vibrant, and when you go this, it's full of life. Now, that is what we are making, and one recent VIDA delivery we've done in Dubai Creek Harbour, it is important to show the customers the VIDA life. And this video is curated for you guys to show what is the VIDA life to your customers. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are to exactly replicate that kind of luxury for residential living. These are 6 hotels of VIDAs already delivered in the entire part of the world. In Dubai itself, we have over 4 VIDA hotels ready and delivered. Please do visit the VIDA Dubai Creek Harbour, which recently got opened, and you will understand what VIDA is all about. VIDA Creek Harbour, VIDA Creek Beach is possibly one of the best hotels I've seen. You should actually visit there. Now, you will see when you go into that hotel's lobbies and when you see the amenities, you'll see the vibrancy of that hotel. And just the creek beach next to it adds more value. But the hotel itself is so unique and so vibrant. This is the video of the VIDA Creek Beach. Think I'll dust them off, put them back up on the shelf. Kiss my little baby girl as a knee. Let me kick it up, it's not getting me sexy. I'll be over now. Now, we never make the same kind of lifestyle again. We always want to upgrade. This is something which we do. We learn from the past. We enhance the product. We enhance the lifestyle in particular and get a new product. When you look at VIDA Club Point, everything is going to be enhanced. And for the very first time, you see the VIDAs warmed on the golf course side. You've seen that Dubai Hills Estate, it's itself a 10 square kilometer master plan. It's a huge master plan. You cannot just say that it is like one product. Here we have different micro markets. Inside the Dubai Hills Estate, we have the golf course side, we have the Sidra Maple side, we have the park and the towers around it, we have the park height section. These are called districts inside Dubai Hills Estate. And for the very first time, we are getting the VIDA's signature warmth on the golf course side. Because it is just not about the residential, the branded residential, but you're also going to get the beautiful views of the golf course. And we'll tell you how we made it much more premium and we enhanced the views and also the usability of some space in between the tower and the villas, which is going to be truly amazing. We'll come to the renders, I'll explain that. And I think this branded residence is truly going to give you amazing views of the golf course with the VIDA touch. So for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, I take this honor in presenting to you the VIDA Residence Club Point on the Dubai Hills Golf Course. as we are progressing into the launches onto the golf course side, as you see, we are moving towards the right of Dubai Hills Estate. What it means is you are actually getting the view of all the 18 holes of golf course. Some place over here, possibly you are missing views of this hole, and some towers over here, you miss the views of this hole. But over here, you have the maximum view of all the 4 ponds, which are kind of a great sight. If you are actually in, say, a golf field or a golf suits today, these 4 ponds are actually huge. It might look small on the master plan, but itself in terms of area, these are huge ponds. So from this tower, you're going to get all the 18-hole view of the entire golf course. This is just a render which shows you how the views are being maximized. All the balconies are glass balconies. If you look at the balconies which are around the park, not everything is being given this amazing feature because it enhances your views, and it also gives a sense of upgrade in terms of the building facade. So this building is going to have all glass facades, maximizing your views towards the golf course. In the project configuration, we have basically 2 towers. So I'm going to take some time and explain you what we have here. We have ensured that if we make a L design, almost 70% of the tower gets either full golf course or partial golf course. And we also have these beautiful townhouses over here. Over that, you have this amazing pool, which is almost an Olympic-sized lap pool, which gives you the best views of the golf course because the podium is almost 3 stories. So just the podium is going to be covered. It's going to be above the current villas. And anything above this, you're going to get the beautiful view of the entire landscape. These are basement plus ground plus 2 podium and 19-story, both the towers. And we have a block C as well, which is going to host townhouses and different units, because over here, the golf course, anything above the 1st and 2nd floor, you see the golf course. But all the units in block C over here are going to see this beautiful park, which is almost 70 meters wide. This is the best addition what we've done in this project. We've made a park in front of the tower till parkways, because this land is also quite beautifully landscaped, and you not only use the area on the podium, but you can also spend beautiful time with your family in this park area. And all of the units in the block C, which is a very small block, are going to get the views of the park. So any unit over here, even in lower floors, even if you don't get a full golf course view, you get a complete park view. We have some renders for the park. You'll understand what I'm talking about. Talking about the amenities, because of the huge size of the podium, almost 51,000 square foot, we could fit all the amenities what we possibly gave in Park Lane. You have a big size adult pool, you have the kids pool, you have barbecue areas, you have an amazing seating lounges, you have whatever lawns you want over here to basically go around with your families. So because of the sheer size of the podium, we could fit a lot of amenities. And trust me, just to give you a perspective, this is possibly 1.2 times of a full-fledged Camp Nou football ground. These are big numbers. When we talk about podiums, when you look at this, you possibly don't get an idea about how big this is. This is bigger than the maximum, the largest size football field in the world. So, and hence you can imagine, or you can just see what kind of amenities you get on this podium. Some renders I'm going to take you to on all the amenities we have in this tower. Again, this Olympic-size swimming pool is possibly one of the longest we have in Dubai Hills Estate. Beautiful views of the golf course from the lower levels. This render we particularly wanted to make because a lot of customers who are buying on the 2nd, 3rd floor, they're always asking us, what kind of view do we get? Oh yes, we cover the full golf course view. This we wanted to show to basically tell them this kind of view, because every unit has a particular price. The higher you go, because of the full golf course, the price changes. But if you look at investors who want to basically invest and get good yield, this is an amazing view for a rental property. You're going to get a great yield on a 2nd floor as well with this kind of view. Taking you to the kids play area, some dancing fountains on the podium. Now this is the beautiful park I'm talking about in front of the tower. Now this area is in front of the tower till the villas. All of this is going to be landscaped into a beautiful park. And this is not small. This is going to basically extend all the way along the buildings behind parkways. So it's a huge area, possibly almost 1/4 the size of the existing park, which is going to be one of the greatest addition. which we have not spoken about to any of our customers till now, but we've decided to ensure that this also adds value to the investors buying in this tower, and hence you should talk about this park. You don't need to go all the way to the Dubai Hills Park because you have a huge park right in front of the building. What we've also seen is when we did this rooftop cinema on address, people loved it. So we are replicating the same. You have a rooftop cinema in VIDA as well. From here you get amazing views of the sunrise and sunset, because this being one of the tallest towers in the development, and this is being on the rooftop, you not only get a beautiful view of the sunset, but also if somebody is a morning, who gets up in the morning, goes for a beautiful walk, you can come over here, enjoy a great sunrise as well. And you can obviously book this space for an amazing cinema experience for your entire family. Interiors are completely, if you look at, there's going to be touch of VIDA in every element of the interiors. You're going to have a very luxurious entrance to the tower. Everything inside the apartments has been basically given the touch. If you look at the metal used, the joinery used, everything is going to exuberate what VIDA is all about. Also, if you look at the sizes of the windows, we are making it bigger and bigger. That is because we want to maximize completely whatever was possibly in golf suites. This particular tower has more vaster and wider windows so that you have much better views and more sunlight coming into your apartment. Floor plans, we would like to keep it simple. Now, we need to understand, a lot of people come to us and say, why are you making these standard floor plans in every tower? Dubai is a global real estate market, agree? Yes or no? You know, funnily enough, I was staying in Shanghai for almost a year. I was staying in a 3-bedroom apartment. And you know how many washrooms that apartment had? Any Chinese here? 1. A 5-bedroom apartment in Shanghai maximum has 2 washrooms. It's all about, you know, where we come from. You know, where I come from India, so we are used to all en-suite washrooms. We are used to closed kitchens. We are used to big living rooms. But you need to understand, you're selling to every gentry over here. You're selling to every nationality. You're selling to Germans. You're selling to people from UK. You're selling to Chinese. A Chinese or somebody from UK would think, wow, this is such a big layout. Because they are not used to more than 450 square foot of a 1-bedroom. Here, when you suddenly go 750 square foot, it's luxurious for them. So we need to have a balance. And we also need to have the right type which sells fast, which gives maximum yield. So this is what you need to understand. When we are selling to the world and not to one particular nationality. We'll talk about the nationalities. You'll be surprised. 60% of the nationalities who are buying a Dubai Hills estate might not need a big space, because they come from cities or places where they're used to smaller apartments. So this is one apprehension what we generally get, but you need to tell your customers as well. Most of them are buying for investments, right? They want to make good yield, they want to sell. When you're reselling your apartment, you're reselling to this kind of nationalities. So you need to have a mix where the layouts are optimal. Not very big, not very small, but a layout which basically suits to most of the nationalities. And that's where I think we made a balance. We struck the right balance in the layouts of 1 and 2 and 3 bedrooms. Now coming to the building configuration, there are 2 Ls. If you look at all the units in the front are mostly 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. I know most of you are going to come and ask about, can I get this series 2-bedroom? But again, as I told in the last presentation, we're all here to sell. We're all here to make value for our customers. Every unit will have its own price. So a unit possibly of this series is going to be 20% higher than the one at the back, but the rental yield might not be different by more than 5%. For an investor who's looking at rental yield, they have to take the starting prices, and hence you guys need to explain them with open mind all the options and let them make a choice rather than calling the Emaar address saying, you know what, I want a 12 series 2-bedroom. Let's maximize the sales for all of you. And trust me, the agents who are letting Emaar sell, and we are here to add value, guys. We are not pushing any customers to buy something which doesn't sell. Every unit, in my opinion, is sellable. Every unit has its own rentability, its own appreciation, and hence every unit you have to sell. And that's how you will make more money. If you look at it in a much deeper sense, this is a 3-bedroom, which has the closest to the golf course. It's a 2-bedroom. You have another 4 2-bedrooms over here with beautiful pool view and golf course view. And you have another 3-bedroom over here with 1 and 2 bedrooms on the rear side. And by the way, these buildings, because you're getting closer towards the downtown area, every unit which is basically on the Al Khail side, they also have beautiful downtown skyline view, the view which we basically show in our DHE brand video. That is the kind of view they're going to get here. So I don't see that view being any less than the golf course view. So in my opinion, if there is a good price difference, you should talk about your clients showing that view and let them make a choice about what unit they want to buy. The 1-bedrooms are 760 square foot average. All of them come with fitted kitchens. This is something which we've done from 6 months onwards, so that we can basically, what we are doing is, we are giving fitted kitchens because we are taking the joinery all the way from the floor till the ceiling. So you will have cabinets till the ceiling. So we are maximizing the joinery, the storage space in the kitchen. Though we are giving L-shaped kitchens, because of that particular addition, you will have maximum space in the kitchen. The 2 bedrooms are 1122 square foot. They host 2 washrooms. The master bedroom comes with a walk-in wardrobe and a master washroom with his and her wash basins. The 3 bedrooms, I think this is one of my favorite layouts. In 1575 square foot, if you could fit this. Now, why do we do this? I'll come to you when I went to the pricing. This really translates to a very good price of a 3-bedroom, which is a true indication of an end user, because in that price, possibly today, you will not get a 3-bedroom. But here you will get a VIDA branded 3-bedroom, and that's why this layout, it's the most efficient layout possibly which we have designed with semi-closed kitchen. If you look at this element, if somebody wants to completely close it, they can close out a handover. With semi-closed kitchen and 3 bedrooms at 1575 square foot, possibly this is one of the most efficient layouts we've made probably in our entire portfolio. Now coming to the opportunity, 5,400 units were sold in Dubai Hills Estate by us in primary market this year in 9 months. If Dubai Hills Estate were itself a developer, it could be number 5. Not Emaar. If Dubai Hills Estate was just a developer by itself, in terms of ranking of developers, it would be number 5, because 9.1 billion dirhams was sold, and that is the kind of strength. When you talk about these numbers, these are big numbers. You talk about big developers in the market with their entire portfolio are not doing these kind of numbers in apartments. Most of them are apartments what we sold, not villas. Villas, you get that kind of price. You sell 10 million, 20 million villas. Selling apartments of 1.5 million to 4 million and doing 9 billion sales. This is true sales, guys. This is the real metal of you guys and of Emaar sales team of what we've done. This truly calls for an applause for all of you guys. This is not a small number. And we're not talking about penthouses of 20 million, 15 million. These are all units of 1.5 million, 2 million, 3 million, and 9 billion is a lot of selling. And investors still believe in this master plan because of what they see around in the master plan. There has been a 43% appreciation in price in Dubai Hills Estate. These are secondary transactions, by the way. If you look at this, there is a 43% increase in 2 years. I don't think any kind of bonds or any kind of investments would give these kind of returns. I mean, you're talking about 20% per year. These are, amazing numbers if you talk about what kind of money customers have made in Dubai Hills Estate. This is something which I wanted to show. This is the growth of rentals. We don't often talk about the rental market. People ask me, where do you see the market going? What do you think is going to happen in 1-2 years' time? I give them a very simple answer. There is only one metric you have to see if you want to know where the market is going. What are the rentals? How much is the occupancy? If the rentals and occupancy are high, it means there are people on ground. Somebody who is renting today is the customer for my primary sales in 1-2 years. Now, these numbers are super strong. In Dubai Hills Estate, they're extremely strong. You see 39% increase in rental in the last 2 years. And these are some big numbers. This is something which you should talk about, because the increase in rentals ensures that the customers get a lot of yield when they buy and when the units are handed over. This is something which they really care about. This is the 40% increase in rental yield in the last 2 years. This is a nationality share which I wanted to share. we always thought, a lot of prominent feeling is, Indians and possibly Indians are 25-30% of Dubai's estate sales. But this is a very interesting fact. In 2024, you look at the numbers, 12% Indians, 7% Chinese. A lot of people think that, Chinese are possibly buying only in Dubai Creek Harbor. No, they're buying everywhere. So maybe you lost some opportunities reaching out to these guys. Maybe you lost some opportunities of doing marketing in these countries, because this is something which is very important. UK nationalities have always bought in Dubai Hills Estate. Iranis again. Iranis have bought 6% in Dubai Hills Estate, which traditionally, if you ask anybody, oh, where do Iranis buy in Dubai, they say Dubai Creek Harbor. So these are some things which you have to basically absorb and also implement in your marketing strategies, which will help you with the next slide. The next slide tells you what is the split of residents and non-residents buying in each nationality. If you look at something like Pakistan, China, 56% of people who bought in Dubai Hills Estate are non-residents. 52% of United States passports who bought in Dubai Hills Estate are non-residents. 83% Saudis. You look at these slides, 42% Turkish, 44% Egyptians. These are places where you have to focus. You want to take Dubai Hills Estate to a roadshow, you want to project there. These are the places where you have to go and maximize your sales. This is something which we wanted to show. And Dubai Hills Estate is not only a resident market, 40% of the sales, what we are seeing are from non-residents. And also, if you look at residents, most of the residents also are golden visa holders. So they might not be technically here, but they're investing. So the non-resident percentage of buying in Dubai Hills Estate is a lot. So this also calls for a lot of international marketing on this project. Now we spoke about branded residences. Now this is what I was talking about. HNIs in Dubai, they want to be exclusive. As compared to other cities, HNIs, 86% of them actually want to be in a branded setting. When somebody visits them, they want the guests to have that kind of royal feeling, the exclusive feeling. And that's why year on year, if you see the HNIs owning properties in Dubai, it is growing in terms of the branded side. They really want to own brand residences. There's been a 10% increase of HNIs seeking branded properties in Dubai, which is a big thing. Now, how does it affect on rentals and appreciation? We just took two products over here. We took the VIDA Marina and the VIDA Dubai Creek Harbor. When you compare the secondary transactions, these are clearly around 30 to 50% higher than a contemporary product which is right next to it. These are big numbers. When somebody asks you, why do I have to buy branded? This is what you have to show. You have to show that you have a 30 to 50% increase in terms of appreciation when you buy something in branded. And we'll come to it. You will say, oh, you know what? You are saying it will be 50%, but you will price higher. When we come to the pricing, we will tell you the exact opportunity of what we have for VIDA Club Point. So iconic location and incredible views. And I think all the branded projects, what we have launched on the park side. What was the price per square foot? Anybody remembers? Of all the palaces and addresses, whatever we launched. We launched on an average of 2,700 dirham per square foot. All the launches we did on the park, especially the address, the VIDA, and the palace. Now, this is where the opportunity is. Yes, if I launch at 2,500, is there room for the investors to make money? Yes, but not much. And that is why, because we have brought VIDA to the golf course for the first time, we are starting this at 2,199 dirham per square foot. Now, this is the difference of a branded residential tower and the opportunity what you have for your customers. I think you have to talk about per square foot rates. We don't talk about it, guys. We don't talk about it enough. Because I'll tell you what happens. There are developers in the market who are making petite-sized one-bedrooms at 350 square foot. They sell at 1 million, but if you look at the per square foot rate, it is 3,000. A standalone tower in Business Bay today is basically, the developers are 3,000 per square foot. A branded residential tower in Dubai Hills Estate at this setting, this is where the money will grow. And this is why we are the secondary market. In secondary market, our share is 35%. This is the reason. Because there is enough room for investors to make money and Emaar sells. So let your investors invest in a place where they can make money. Yes, possibly they are paying 1 or 2% more than what we are paying. But it doesn't matter. Because once an investor comes to Emaar, he will come back to you every 3 years. Every 3 years he's going to come back asking for you to sell. He'll make money, he'll buy again. So this is the room for investment room for appreciation for your investors when they're buying with us. We have around 670 units to be sold in this launch. It is a substantially big launch, so everybody will get units. A lot of times, people come to us and ask, do we really have to work on it? Will we get unit? But every single one of you who've come on this forum, if you are here, you write to me and you will get a unit. This is my promise, I'm telling you guys, because you came here, you have to be privileged, you have to be treated separately. If you are in this forum over here today and you have a client, you will get a unit for this launch. You talk about the prices. We are starting the one bedroom for 1.61. The average price is just 1.68 million. This is the most important thing. You look at the average prices. The min and the max is okay, but this is where majority of units will be there. The one bed at 1.68, the two bed at 2.75. There are a lot of golf course facing two bedrooms at 2.9 million. In 2.9 million, you get a VIDA branded two bedroom facing the golf. This is possibly one of the best investments people can make. You get a three bedroom, a proper end user product, branded VIDA at average of 3.8 million is possibly one of the best prices. Because all of this, if you look at it, you have enough room for your investors to make money. And that's why this pricing makes it one of the best opportunities in Dubai Hills Estate for this year. We're not changing much in the payment plan. Customers like the 20% per year. We will continue with 20% every calendar year with 20% on handover. We don't want to disappoint you guys either, so we will continue with the 4% commissions. And trust me, as I told you before, let the customers invest here, make them money in 1-2 years. They will invest their money back with you, with Emaar, and this 4% over the span of 4 years will easily translate to 8 to 10% because you get 4% with us, 2% in secondary. And it will only sell, guys. Trust me, I'm not boasting about what happens secondary market. Only Emaar sells. If you look at the primary sales of secondary transactions of the primary projects, Emaar is the highest because of what we do. And hence, when you think about it, you will make a lot more money with that client buying just Emaar. So we've given enough time for the booking. What we do is, today we are launching, you will get all the details. We've given you a good 5 days time to work on your clients. You can do marketing as well. 5 days is enough time to get some leads. So we will start the bookings on 7th of October. So I hope you had a good informative session, not only about Dubai Hills Estate, but also about where the market is going. We're open for feedback. You want us to speak about something else, let us know. We will make an effort. We have some accesses, so we will get some data. We will see where the trends are going. But where I see in Q4 this year, I think we are going to record a historical quarter. And trust me, in my opinion, with whatever is happening around the world, there is no safer place to be than Dubai. Thank you guys, all the best.